Hello and welcome back to Sonic Mania with me, Matthew Gaddis, aka Poogie. So, this is Press Garden Zone, and the first stage is a printing press. Again, another of the original levels in Sonic Mania, and we see the return of the Dragonflies from Mushroom Hill Zone as well, and they behave exactly the same. Seriously. So the big thing about, dare I say, Press Garden Act 1 is the fact that you will have to use these bugs in order to get through here. Seriously, as well as these giant crab badniks, who in this game are apparently tossing saw blades, or buzz saws at least. Yes, why do I get the most trouble with crabs? Not necessarily the crab meats, but the shell crackers from Metropolis Zone, for example. And what do you know, we have yet another special stage. This one has a lot more, dare I say, pitfalls, and I'm getting bad memories of F-Zero GX on the Nintendo GameCube here, even though the graphics are more akin to Mario Kart. But, that being said, and here's where the thing with the Mach 3 speed really comes to a head, because with Mach 3 speed, Sonic, and I've not shown this, or whatever character you're controlling really in the game, actually does not, goes careening all over the place. I mentioned that earlier, but it really comes into play with these really long special stages that have the thing. In addition, I've already lost the UFO in the distance, so I will need to go to Mach 3, which comes with its own problems. Seriously. And as I say, I eventually decided to just get the Chaos Emeralds off screen. Well, not off screen, but after I'd finished what would be the final level if you didn't get the Chaos Emeralds. So yeah, you can actually see the thing there in the distance as well. Okay, then we're back. Yes, apparently I decided to restart the level. So basically, with the other thing about this stage is that it does have a gimmick from, again, Sandopolis. But we'll get to that. I think that's only, I don't know if that's only with Knuckles or not, but namely Act 2's beginning, where you get stuck in a circle, so to speak. Or in a loop, should I say, not circle. And yes, I do not like crab badniks. Well, no. Crab meats are fine. Not so much the shell crackers from Metropolis Zone. If you defeat one of these crab badniks, and I don't know their names, seriously, the other one will get the saw blade, basically, because they always come in pairs. And here, what we have to do is make our way upwards by pretty much going on these, what I can only assume are ink stamps or something. My understanding, anyway. Of course, this is the printing press. This one is the first act is fine. I like the second act a lot more for reasons you will see, of course, and reasons that those who have played the game will know. Seriously, so yeah. So let's go from here, and I'm gonna speed dash. Why am I speed dashing the other way? I'm guessing I wanted to get that, although I have enough rings, I do have that, so I don't know why I'm doing that, so yeah. You can actually see outside that it's snowing. Keep that in mind for Act 2! Yes, but, yeah. So, nice attention to detail there, because, I mean, I'm just reminded, not of a Sonic game, but of Donkey Kong Country 3 out of all games. The factory stages in those levels, like in the Carnos, for example. And that's had, you could see what was outside there as well, so a nice touch there as well. Yeah. And that's not the only game they'll reference, I think, although it's kind of a subtle one. Seriously, because wait until the Act 2 boss. Another of the Hard Boiled Heavies, mind you. So yeah. But, that being said, let's go over here. And oh boy, you've given me a tough job to do against another of these dragonflies. Seriously. Doesn't help that the platforms actually appear. The first 2 platforms at least appear one after another, which is not great in my opinion, but what can you do? So, can I get through there, I think? I can press the X button, I can, but not easy at all. What else? These conveyor belts, they behave more like printing presses, to be fair. You have to press the, well, given that I'm playing the PS4 version of Mania, the X button at the right time in order to boost Sonic upwards. But even that's gonna be hard, seriously! And this is the looping bit that I mentioned, that I was referring to earlier. Seriously, it reminds me of Sandopolis Act 2. You have to jump off of a specific point, though it isn't as long as in Sandopolis at least, so that's good. Anyway, the Act 1 boss behaves in a similar way to the, dare I say, the Act 1 boss in Launch Base Zone, in that you have to make it stop using its attack. Either that or take damage and lose rings, which isn't ideal. The way to actually damage this boss is to actually have it use its saw blades against the, I believe it's the not the grey boxes, but the more colourful boxes, so the orange and green boxes. That's the easiest way I can explain it, really. So yeah. And I'm already 6 minutes into this zone. Keep in mind, this is following the Mega Drive games, in which if you go over 10 minutes, you die. So yeah. And ow. Of course I'm gonna take damage. That guy has his saw blades beneath me. But at the end, the robot explodes, destroying the printing press in the process, and giving us probably my favourite zone in the game. Yes, Press Garden Act 2 is my favourite zone in the game. For reasons why, firstly because of the music, for one. Seriously. Use T-loops more often, Sega. Seriously. Jun Sonoi may be good with a guitar, but T-loops is better at doing classic melodies, dare I say. Anyway, that being said, let's actually get over here to the right and head down here. There are various traps in here, including these freezing traps, of course. There are also these woodpecker badniks who really just are a nuisance, really, nothing much else. One of the things about the freezing traps, though, you can use them to your advantage to actually bust through the ice blocks. Seriously, I don't know if I did do earlier, but there are some sections in the level that you can do. Otherwise, you can just jump on top of them if there's room to do so. There isn't always, which is why it needs the freezer traps there. But anyway, let's go through here, and there's our next one. Really don't like those guys. I do not like those guys one singular bit. Seriously. So let's go through here and down in here and up here. There we go. And I'm freezing mine. And Tails can also do that as well. Yes, he can. Okay. Where is it? Tails has upped his game in Mania. Seriously. No longer is he the character who always takes the hit for Sonic now. He actually is good in his own right when he's being controlled by the computer, by the CPU. Seriously. But never mind that. Let's go through here and a bunch of these ones. Again, this is why we need the freeze traps, because, well, this is going to be thing, I think. So where are the ice blower traps near here? Because that will help me no end, I think. So I'll have to go with these things. Again, the whole, not just the music, it's also the background and everything, seriously. The fact that we have a sort of Japanese themed level in a Sonic game, a classic Sonic game, when Sonic is kind of more westernized, I mean more popular in the West is Sonic. You need to look at the Sonic movies, for example, for that, seriously. So yeah. So, Speed Dash! And, let's see. Okay, there is an annoyance to the Woodpecker badniks. You can send down those bombs, although... yeah, sometimes the bombs do remain, though, so... Yay. And as for these, say... I can't even say it, I'm sorry, my brain's just fried. So I won't say any more. Let's just spin that over here. We lean over those things go. And anyway, let's get to our boss, Heavy Shinobi, who, like the name suggests, is a ninja and can only be damaged while he's in midair. Seriously. Meanwhile, he throws out these Asterons. Seriously, remember those guys from Metropolis Zone? Yeah, they're here as well. Again, maybe I should have given Sonic the Insta-Shield, that might have helped. But, I don't know, it might make this boss too easy. Because if you do it wrongly, he will strike you with his sword, turning you into an icicle. Well, maybe not an icicle, but yeah. And the Astrons go all over the place, seriously. The other cool thing about this boss is he actually uses sound effects from the Shinobi games. Yeah, seriously. Which, nice attention to detail. I don't know if that was Christian Whitehead's idea, but I thoroughly support that, seriously. Now, where's the reference to Streets of Rage? Anyway, that being said, I will... actually, no, that was in Studiopolis. Anyway, let's finish this level and see what happens when we get to Eggman, because he is actually here, is Eggman. Yes, he is, as we will see, because if we head to the right, we will see that he is planning on using Metal Sonic and the Little Planet from Sonic CD. He also uses the Phantom Ruby. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!